everybody, it's your boy Trainer Sparks here, coming at you for some more coverage. Right, shit's going down, we've got some more leaks to deal with this fucking shit. Let's head over to Twitter. Twitter! Here we go. Alright, this is a bunch of shit that we've just been leaked. Alright, first point. The legendary of each version are two wolves that were once a single Pokemon. There is nothing of a horse or serpent, as some people say. I felt like that was bullshit. And I wouldn't have minded a serpent and a horse, but the previous leak, which I haven't covered, is about a wooden horse and a metal snake. Yeah, I don't know how that would work, because I get it was a Trojan horse and a metal snake. But at this point, 120 new species of Pokemon, I bloody hope so. Because Nintendo, we need to talk. You guys kind of fucked up with Gen 6 and 7, giving us less than 100. Like, come on. What are you doing? This is your third generation in 3D. At least now introduce more than 100, please. 20 of these are evolutions of previous Pokemon generations, including 2 alternative evolutions. Alright, let's break this bit down. 2 of them are alternative evolutions. I don't think it's referencing this next point being evolutions, but if it is, surprise, surprise, but it probably won't be. I can see it being something like, let's think, go for the top of my head. Corphish, for example. Don't know. Corphish? Maybe. Give Corphish a split evolution. I don't know. We'll find out if this is true, but I don't feel like it's true. But like, if it is, we might get some new pre-evolutions of older Pokemon and evolutions and stuff, which I'd like to see. But I still want to know what the 2 alternative evolutions could be. The 2 new evolutions are Dragon and Steel. Bloody about time. Dragon would be weak to Sylveon, and the Steel one would counter Sylveon, so makes sense. Some Pokemon will receive reduced stats, some will get a boost. That, not feeling that. I don't know why, but doesn't sound legit, but whatever. No new Megas. That doesn't sound right either, because don't quote me on this, guys, but I remember they said they wouldn't be done with Mega Evolutions. They'd introduce them again at some point down the road, but we'll find out. This could be something they got wrong. There will be no new regional forms. I don't mind that, because I want it to, because if you introduce it for so many other regions, it kind of ruins that aspect. But we'll see. This could just be false information anyway, but I just thought cover it. The region is huge. The Galar map has many hidden areas. Well, I should hope so, because it would allow us to explore new hidden places. But I feel like what we've seen of the map is not the final version of the map. Like, we would probably get another version of the map where it's has more areas added to it over time. But let's be honest, that map is set in stone. There is a great sporting appeal in this region. There is a mode of racing Pokemon. The mounts are still present, which will include new Pokemon. Alright, let me break this bit down. The racing thing is probably like the horse betting we have in the UK, where you would have them racing horses around the track. That could be what it's referencing. And the mounts is what we had in Let's Go and Sun and Moon. But when it's saying new Pokemon, it's probably some older ones, like from Gens 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and 7, and maybe some from Gen 8. In this region, the researcher is a woman called Fia. She gives you an egg at the beginning of the journey that contains a first generation Pokemon, and that now has a new evolution. What new Pokemon? It could be a Cubone? Dunno, it could be, what else? Weepinbell or a Bellsprout probably, because it would then make it the same as Oddish, because Oddish has Blossom, where Weepinbell could evolve into something else, or split off into 2 other forms. Never know. But part of me feels like it could be Bellsprout she gives you. Don't know why, but we'll find out. Right, this part, we're getting to the final evolutions of the starters. I'm probably going to say these names wrong. Muramhasha? a grass ground type, Turicius, a water dragon, and Helibri, a fire electric type. I know I butchered the names, but these don't sound English. They sound like rough translation names. But like the one that throws me off, Water Dragon. Yeah, it would be a cool type for a starter, but it would make it extremely overpowered. And yeah, like it's just, why would Nintendo give you a dragon type as type for a starter, like Water Dragon? Like, I don't see it going Water Dragon. Like, I can see, yeah, grass ground, fire electric. What I can see is probably Water Ghost, or maybe Water. Trying to think of ones that we haven't had, because I was going to say Dark. Water Ghost I could see happen. Water Fairy I could see happen again. I could see Water Ground. I don't think we've had a Water Ground starter before. We might have, but I could be wrong. But I don't see, like, I could see it going Water Grass. Not Water Grass. Water Ghost, maybe? But I still think it could be Water Grass. Ghost. Sorry. I am so tired from recording verses this morning. Like, spent 3 hours recording verses. I am drained. Right, here's some more information about the starters. All have signature moves of the secondary type. The fire one, I'm not going to say that name again, uses a very fast electric movement that can leave the Pokemon burnt. This one, the water one, uses a dragon movement that reduces the attack of the opponent Pokemon. The grass one uses a movement that vibrates the ground with a kind of beat that can make the opponent's Pokemon flinch. The new armor mechanic was created before the reign of Galar went to war against the kingdoms of Kalos. For some reason, Galar has no Megastones. The king disagreed with the kingdom with the kingdom of Kalos, a land where there are plenty of items. The king of Galar consults one of the servants, a kind of alchemist, to create a response to the Mega Evolutions. The man uses a kind of liquid metal that was provided by an alternate form of Mautan. This metal adapts to the body of the Pokemon that will receive this type of resource. They are not all that support, so only a few receive. The appearance of the Pokemon does not change drastically, but they take on somewhat obscured forms such as Shadow Lugia and Shadow Mewtwo, referencing like Shadow Lugia from the Colosseum XD Yellow Darkness games and Shadow Mewtwo from Pokken. Many Mautan can come together and take on a grandiose form that in Corp cycles. The process is similar to Zygarde and its cells. Another mythical of this generation will be a Fairy Dark Pokemon that appears in a species of ring of mushrooms in the forest. His appearance is humanoid. He has a strong relationship with the legendary cover art. In the past, the King's Alchemist of Galar used the wolf Pokemon to do experiments in order to develop the method of armored evolution. The first experiments left the Pokemon very weak. The mythical then invoked the legendary third and begged for help. The Chinese dragon that we see in this tower is this Pokemon. But the wolf Pokemon did not die. He divided into two. This was also a way of always reminding people of the consequences of their actions. For this reason, the mythical cat began to despise human beings. Some people in the area consider the Pokemon to be bad because some events that happen are said to be triggered by it. Alright. I would like to see a Fairy Dark type if this is true. That sounds cool, but then again, I feel like this is more of a darker twist in the Pokemon story yet again. It would introduce, that Mega Evolution, they had this as their version of Mega Evolution because they didn't agree with it or something like that. But like, I still feel like some of this is fake. Like, yeah, it's a cool concept, but we don't know anything about a Chinese dragon, and yet it's based on Britain. So why is it referencing a Chinese dragon? Because I don't remember having Chinese dragons in British tales, but could be wrong about that. I don't know all British history. Like, what I could be referencing is like what was his name? The one who slayed the dragon. Like the story of the guy who, St. Patrick, I think. I could be thinking of that one. It could be the right one. It could be something completely different. But the guy who slayed the dragon, St. George's Day or something. Could be St. George who did it. So that dragon could be the one he slayed. You never know. This part is interesting. AZ Floette will be present in the games. The flower it carries is an extinct species. The elixir produced by this flower is capable of bringing people into the past through a projection. This is how it will make you witness that the war that happened 3,000 years ago. In this vision, you will see one of the villains manages to make people disagree, and you will see a Pokemon I can't even say that word. Crusader? I'm gonna I don't know, Kralik? That will help you end the conflict. The villain team wants to start a civil war in the region and then expand to others. The goal is global domination while promoting collective hysteria. The intention is to divide people and have how to act on both sides. People are destroying themselves and they thrive by extracting resources that they want to keep in powers. Like, yeah, that sounds cool, but then again, nearly every team wants global domination, and yet this just feels like I'm not buying it. Like, that just sounds like complete utter bullshit. Like, to me, that just sounds like random mumbo jumbo that someone's pulling out of their ass. There are 5 influential families in Galar. Members of the villain team infiltrate all of them. Each is responsible for having developed activities in the region. Each was known for improving agriculture, metallurgy, technology, textile industry, and energy production. Each family provides the other part of their abilities for the region to function well, and this is threatened when they begin to disagree. Sorry for the coughing, my throat is dry. Like, this sounds okay. It will explain why the region has got like different styles in it. But then again, we'll have to find out more about it once a trailer drops about it, if it does contain information. Right, this is something important. The gyms are stadium shaped, but the camps change according to the type. Inside you will have 4 to 8 trainers. The difference is that the online mode won't be NPCs. You'll battle people in real time, and you are going to have to beat them to access the gym leader. Not believing that. Like, come on. That just sounds like crap. Like, if that is the case, then that's cool. But then again, why would you do that? But remembering that it is totally optional. Yeah, that covers it up, but still makes it sound like utter fake news. This has been a freed up resource for those who want to feel more challenged. In this mode, the levels of the Pokemon are matched, as in the battles we already know, the Pokemon number will also be preset. Each gym has its own rules. Like, that sounds cool, but then again, each gym has had its own rules in the past games. Like, come on. You're just telling us something we already know. Here we go, something about AZ. There are other giant men like AZ. They play a big role in the story mode. Like, we know AZ is probably over 3,000 years old, obviously, but this would explain that he was not the only one of people like that, but we'll find more about it because I feel like it's kind of fake. Alright, something else about gym leaders. Gym leaders, now known as gym masters, are considered celebrities. People in the area simply love them. They all have connections with the royal family of Gala. In these games, they will have more impact than any other. There is one member of the Elite E4, which is the Elite 4 grass type, and another ground. I'm not buying that. Because in one of the trailers we saw them walk into one of the stadiums that had a leaf symbol on it. That was a grass gym, apparently. Finger quoting here, because apparently in the interview, like the trailer, I believe they said something about it being a grass gym. I don't remember where, but I've seen someone talk about it saying that was a grass gym. So now saying that they have a grass Elite 4 and a grass gym. Not looking up for you, is it, buddy, who's ever sent this leak? The champion is known as the Princess. Would it make more sense if it was the Queen of England? But Princess. We'll have to learn more about this because I'm not believing that for a fact. Alright, the graphics are more beautiful than you might think. They were made for great monitors. They are incredible cutscenes. Yeah, but the graphics look more like Sun and Moon. Since the games were developed before Sun and Moon, like, you can see they look identical to Sun and Moon. So, if anything, it's like that they've taken the Sun and Moon character, slapped them into this game, and increased the resolution. But then again, it still looks like an exact copy. Like, have you seen from what Let's Go looks like to what Gen 8 looks like, Sword and Shield? Like, the Pokemon models look more crisper in Let's Go than Gen 8, Sword and Shield. But my validation is they had 153 Pokemon in that, 52 technically, in that game to work with, whereas this one they would have to do all that for 800 plus Mons. And I'm like, it would just be easy to use the old ones, send them over, increase the resolution, make them more HD, and then you're done. So like, yeah, like I still feel like this is fake, saying no new megas, no new regional forms might be true, but still be fake. I feel like these names are false and the whole typings could be false. Like, I can see it going fire electric, but I don't see the water dragon. That's where you lose me. But the signature moves do sound cool. The Meltan one where they come together like Zygarde, yeah, you lost me here as well. Like, that's basically just saying, oh, Meltan is just another Zygarde. Like, yeah, but it's like you could say, oh, that's in the crop circles, meaning that giant statue that we saw in the trailer where it's like shooting electricity, that's apparently another form of Meltan. Yeah, I'm not believing it. If that happens to be the case, then I'd admit I was wrong. But the thing that I do think is like the most likely out of all of this is probably the wolves being two separate Pokemon and the 120 new Pokemon. And the map being huge, because we have been told that this region is the biggest one to date. So, yeah, pretty much I say this whole leak could be fake. Just take this whole leak with a grain of salt. Fuck it, take it with a whole tub of salt. Because I feel like this is fake. Because Nintendo has never ever given you a starter that's secondary type is Dragon. They did it with Sceptile, but that was its Mega, not its full form. That's the closest thing they've ever done, but if it does go Water Dragon, then Nintendo, congrats to you. You're changing your strategies, but I feel like this whole leak is fake. Don't know why. I just feel like it's fake. But if some of these things do come true, then I was wrong. But it just doesn't sound realistic to me. Like, it sounds like someone's just gone and grabbed some things that fan made that sound cool and they're like, slap it together, there you go, there's your leak. Like, it doesn't talk about much, but then again, something about the evil team, which is somewhere in here. Let me have a look for it again. There. The evil team. Let me find it. The villain team wants to start civil war in the region and then expand to others. Yeah, that kind of does sound like what an evil team would do, but what would be the point in that? Like I get that's for world domination, but why not conquer all? Like send your teams all off to different parts of the world in other regions, then take them down. Whatever you're trying to do, I don't know. But I still feel like this whole entire leak is fake. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I've been your host, Trainer Sparks, for this. You've heard me ramble on for like 20 minutes about this whole leak. So I'm going to get the heck out of here. Peace, guys.